the book and the music.
This is RadioOnFire.com. Yours truly, WK, in here as always. Uh, I have a special guest, and we're talking behind the scenes, and she is giving me life lessons and real advice. All of my regular listeners often hear me talk about who I refer to as my former son and my former son's mother. I probably talk about them just about every other show. So longtime listeners will know that. So you give me advice on that, and I appreciate that. So what we're gonna do now, I want you to introduce yourself, dive in, and now I'm going to turn the tables a bit.
Okay, let me get prepared for that. But I'm Cori Quinn. I am a new self-published author, and I've written a book entitled Callaway. And this book also has a EP soundtrack that goes with the book. And it's a good marketing tool to kind of help you get some of the emotions and feel, some of the things that are going on through the book. So it's a good like hand-to-hand tool. But I'm originally from New York, but I've lived in Baltimore for many years. I decided to stay here. I have a love for Baltimore. I went to Morgan State University. I graduated from there with my undergrad. Then I went to Towson University, graduated from there with my master's degree, my graduate degree. And again, I've been here, and I think I'm gonna continue to be here. So Baltimore, what up?
Okay, shout out to you. All right. Okay. So you came here for school.
Yes.
Fell in love with the city life.
I mean, Baltimore is different. It's coming from New York. New York is really fast paced, and the life. Everybody know what New York is about, and I love it. Don't get me wrong, that's my home, and my family's there, so I love it. But Baltimore is just really, really different, and it offers something different. I mean, the way people live, the affordability here versus New York, the opportunities that are here is not as saturated and as competitive as New York. So there's a lot of positives that are here. And again, Morgan is a HBCU, prestige college in my mind. So, I'm happy to say I am an alumni.
Yes, definitely. So you talk about New York being more fast paced than Baltimore. I guess Baltimore is probably slow compared to New York. But if you go further down south, Baltimore is fast.
Right.
The further you go down, I tell people a lot of times, and they don't gather this all the time, that this was a slave state.
Yes.
If this was 1859,
absolutely,
it would be slaves all around here.
You're right.
And a lot of times people don't understand that this is the beginning of the South.
Even the history with Lexington Market.
Oh, it's crazy. Every time this is going to sound crazy. I have said this before. Whenever I go into Lexington Market, I feel pain. I feel ghosts.
Really?
Yes. It's a very dark place. Aside from the fact that they don't have a lot of light in there, but it really is a dark place from the standpoint that they haven't changed the structure of the market. If you look at the stores, and the stores kind of sit up on these, sit up, maybe it's like a half an inch or 2 inches up.
Yeah.
These were the platforms that the slaves were on when they sold the slaves. And so the actual history of the market, they'll say like the world famous Lexington Market from 17, whatever. But it was world famous for selling slaves.
Right. Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. And they came in Inner Harbor and they have other markets that are around Baltimore that have that similar type of structure. It's historic places. They have some on the east side. They have one further west.
I'm familiar with them, but I'm not familiar with the history. If it has the same legacy,
it does.
It does.
It does. Yes.
Okay.
But Lexington Market was the big one.
Was it right?
And those are smaller. So it's crazy.
Well, thank God we moved
past that. Yes.
Yeah.
We have moved past that.
But I don't want to turn this into no kind of conspiracy conversation, because I would say we moved past that. but we still see remnants of slavery today,
Oh, we definitely
unfortunately,
do.
just in a different form. And we gotta take notice of what's going on. And again, that's a whole nother topic, but it's a very, very relative topic today.
I want to get there, but
Yeah.
before we get there,
Mhm.
I want to talk about you.
Yes.
So you grew up in New York,
Yes.
born and raised.
Yep.
What school did you go to? Because
Where,
like
New
all
York?
the schools that they have like your high school, they have numbers, right?
Well, not the high schools. The elementary schools and the junior high schools have numbers, and the high schools have names. So that is a difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But the number for me, like my
Was what?
elementary school, was PS 147.
Yeah, like
And
all my New York people I
right.
know is like they'll say that. And it's
And my
just,
junior high school was IS 118,
so what's the IS?
intermediate
Okay,
school.
so the first one was
PS, public school.
public school, right? Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
it's one of those. It's one of those things.
That's funny that you knew that, though. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I talked to people all over,
Right.
and yeah. So, do you love New York?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Brothers and sisters.
Yeah, I have an older brother
So you're the baby.
on my mother's side. Yeah.
Okay.
My dad has some other things going on, but
Sure. Sure.
those stories.
Papa's a Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Without putting him on the spot and blowing him up,
Definitely. Did you grow up reading a lot?
Well, yes and no. I grew up reading, material that was given to me, but I didn't start reading books, especially urban lit, probably to like high school, college. College, I really got into it.
Were you reading the those romance, the drug dealer Kate, and then you was the woman that held him down and drove state to state with the keys in the truck?
Yes, I read those, and actually, I still have them in my book collection.
Oh my god!
Morgan State got a lot of money from me at the bookstore because I bought so many of those books. Yeah,
we got a new book.
I
Woman
know.
meets drug dealer, and he's sexy.
And and they all so similar, but
yeah,
it was just like a habit to just keep buying the next one, the next one, the next one.
Yeah, they got y'all, but it's all good. It's all good. And so, did you want to write books like that?
Okay, so as far as the genre, yes, my book is considered urban literature. It is, but the story is different. It's not the drug dealer per se with the girl, like you said, carrying the keys for him, going across state lines. It's not that. It's more so of a redemption type of story. How one kind of crossed over and style and successfully made it out. But even when you make it out, there's a lot of demons that try to pull you back into it or pull you back to a point where you used to be, and you're trying to escape that. So that's what you'll find in Calloway. And
that's good. That's a completely different spin.
Yeah, that was the whole point and purpose of creating this book anyway. Is to reach someone who's trying to get out, and who think there's no way out. This is a real live example of someone who made it out.
Very good. Now, when you say that it's fiction,
mm-hmm.
How? I mean, is Calloway somebody you know?
No, Calloway is a character.
Okay. What made you write this book?
Personally, some things that I went through in my life, that was the inspiration behind writing it. And I just got to a point where I knew God was speaking to me, and I knew I had to platform this story some kind of how. I went through several things in my life, and if you're thinking a lot, because I'm an analytical person, I think a lot. If you're thinking, you're wondering like, why did all this happen to me? And then I just came to the conclusion, it's because somebody need me. There's somebody out there I need to reach. I went through it and I survived it, but it wasn't just for my own, my own self. It was for somebody else as well. I survived it, and it was lessons learned for me. So it was something in it for me, but I was strong enough to make it through to help somebody else. So that's what kind of inspired me writing the book, and I had to tell it.
So you would feel like it would almost be selfish to not share
Yes.
and help somebody.
Yes, I absolutely do. Um, I take pride, and I mean, again, this is my baby. You know, this is my latest project, and I take a lot of pride in it. But this is just merely a tool to open up the door for me to reach people, for me to be able to talk and converse and share my story on a broader scale, on a broader level. And I just want to give people some encouragement. You know, it's the world will beat you down, and society will beat you down no matter how much you try. But it's a formula, and you got to stick to the formula to make it out.
Definitely. Now the music that comes with it. Did you create the music and then write, or did you, like which
No,
came first?
the book is first. The book is first, and the music is inspired by the book. So the EP consists of 8 tracks, and the 8th track is a bonus track, was completely different. And that's just, a bonus given out. But the 7, there's different points in the book where I kind of gauged where I would fit the song and how the song would fit and apply. So it's a diverse EP. There's rap, there's singing, there's love songs, there's inspirational, there's some ratchet. It's diverse. But again, it speaks to different points and areas, and that things that took place in the book, and even the character. You know who she was as Callie, because Callie is the young Callie, and Calloway is the mature, the one that survived. Let me put it like that.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's just different.
absolutely. Now, the music inspired by the book, people can get this now.
Yes, the
via
book.
Via your website.
Yep, via my website, and that is callawaythebook.com. You can purchase the book or the EP or both as a package.
Wonderful.
It's on Amazon too.
Wonderful. The thing that I really like about it is that a lot of people don't combine the arts that way, and you having the talent, just having the God-given talent to be able to do both of those things, I commend that.
Thank you.
And how did you first know that you could even do the music part?
Well, my brother, I mean, his name is Sean Cross, and he's an artist, and he was signed to Rough Riders, and my mother kind of started his music career, and my family is a singing family, and coming up with my mom, I always was singing with her, and so it was always in me. I just never took it serious. And when she took him and got him started, she was trying to work with me, but I was so much younger. I didn't understand it back then, and I didn't take it serious. So all these years have passed, and now here I am. So I tried my hand at it. If it was really, really bad, trust me, I wouldn't have did it. So I think it's pretty okay, because I'm hard on myself. So I think it's pretty okay. And and again, this is my first musical project. So
Good.
We'll see what the people say.
Who are you motivated by? Who do you listen to?
All I listen to is myself right now, to be honest. But my first love was Nas. Nas caused me to fall in love with hip hop. And that's the real deal. I mean, singing is always, I love singing. That's always therapeutic for me. I love music. I love singing. But as far as hip hop, it was Nasir Jones.
Okay.
And even to this day, to me, he's still the best. And I'm writing a song.
So he won the Jay-Z battle?
Absolutely, hands down. I mean, that's a fact. But I'm writing a song.
You mean the lyrical battle? He won that one.
Yeah, and I'm writing a song to him now.
When Jay-Z signed him, though, I think that was kind of the nail in the coffin. But song for song, Ether, killed it.
You think so too?
Definitely.
Okay,
definitely.
Good,
but
good.
Him signing them was the nail in the coffin. But they're cool now, and it's yeah.
They are, and
it went way too far though.
It did, but you know what? Well, I ain't gonna say it went way too far. I think it went where it was supposed to go.
In the car seat though, like when he said that,
I
think it
mean,
was in Super Ugly. I think.
yeah, it was.
That was
I
too
mean,
much.
but you know what? I think for Jay, he knew who he was up against, and he had to go that low to try to make a point because he knew. Because to me, I think he idolized Nas in the beginning.
Oh, definitely.
His
You
whole
can see
aura,
it. You
yeah.
can see it.
So he had to go below the belt, but at the same time, I think it was healthy for hip hop, and it didn't result in death. So I'm
Yes.
good with it. You know,
Yes.
I'm good with that. I
Yes.
mean, it was
Yes.
slightly disrespectful, but yeah.
Slightly. It was a good time though. I like that competitive
I
parts of
loved
hip
it.
hop.
I loved it. So when I saw this whole and don't get me wrong, I love Meek, but when I saw this whole Meek and Drake beef, it disappointed me.
Why? Because Meek lost?
No, not because he lost. It's just it wasn't that. You know, I come from New York. I come from the Bronx. That's where hip hop originated. I'm used to solid hip hop performances. You know, the LL Cool J and the Cannabis, and you know the Nas and the Jay-Z, the Biggie, the Tupac. That Drake and whatever Meek, it was just watered down. It was so corny. It was
What made it different? I think here's the thing. I think people are hard on Drake because he's from Canada and he dresses funny.
Nah, I don't even pay that no mind.
So what was different about it? He made a song. He made a song.
It was just. I don't even know. First of all, what were they even beefing about? I don't even know. I don't remember what they were beefing about.
What is any beef about?
It typically is about something. This I don't know what it was about.
It was about the ghostwriting. So Meek came out and said that Drake has ghostwriters, and he brought them out.
It was just corny to me. It was just watered down.
Especially since Meek uses ghostwriter as well.
Well, I don't know that to be true. I don't know. I don't know either one of them to be
Beanie Siegel.
Use. I don't know.
Yeah, well, so let's say this: Drake won the whatever happened between him and Meek. Drake won that.
I mean, if you want to,
want to compare it, just comparing their songs.
I think the
back to back.
I think the back to back got more airplay. I think
and it was a better song.
I ain't gonna front. I was kind of disappointed in Meek. I'm not gonna lie, but him with the game,
he lost that one too.
Well, let me say this: I do think that battle was much more of a battle than what him and Drake put on.
Sure, because
that was a stronger battle. You know,
it engaged you more. Game is more aggressive than Drake. Drake,
perhaps
song approach was different. And I think that's the reason why. But Meek lost that one too.
But I like Meek's comeback. It wasn't weak.
Beanie Siegel wrote it. Beanie Siegel wrote it, which is I
don't know. Beanie doesn't have that type of energy to write like that. I don't think he didn't say that.
Yes, he did.
When?
A couple days ago.
Why would he come out and air his man out like that?
You have not been paying attention.
I haven't, obviously, because I've been busy.
let me catch you up.
Yes.
And people that may have missed it. So there was a song 92 bars that Game did. Meek, Beanie, what is it? O'Malley, and somebody else responded to it. 4 people. Game comes on the same track and responds to them, shuts them down. He dropped a video for it also, which is also pretty bad. Shot scenes in Baltimore, shot scenes in Philly, pretty bad. Anyway, so
is this 92 bars or the Pest Control?
No, Pest Control.
Pest Control. Okay.
Now, a couple of days ago, before the video dropped, Beanie said he didn't have any problem with Game, and that he just came through to write Meek's part. So he said that he wrote Meek's part. And at the Bad Boy concert in Philly over the weekend, one of Meek's goons knocked Beanie Siegel out. So there's video of this. So
okay. So my question is, how did Beans deliver that message? Does somebody have him on film saying this, or how do we know he said this?
Social media.
So is it a video on social media?
It's not a video.
So what is it?
It is words, like a post.
So he posted, I wrote Meek's.
I don't have any problem with I don't get you the exact quote. I'll get you the exact quote. But it was the paraphrasing was, I don't have any problem with him. I just came through to help him with this song.
Okay, help him with the song and writing his
help
lyrics.
Help him with his lyrics. He used the word lyrics.
I don't know.
and the word help.
Some of the stuff be staged to me. I want to know because Beans ain't doing that. Who cut the check for him to say that? Because you just ain't airing your man's out like that. I'm sorry. It
So
ain't.
why?
It doesn't make sense.
So why did Beanie get knocked out in Philly at the concert?
Because he probably did that for a check and is disrespectful. Like,
so you really like Meek?
I don't like
it's
it's
is it the dirt
no,
bikes?
it ain't that I like Meek. I'm logical
And
and
he came from nothing to something.
no, I mean I love that story too, but no, I'm logical and doesn't make sense. You
Which part doesn't make sense?
You on a track with
Because
this man. No. Let me tell you what doesn't make sense is this.
The one that knocked him out did like a 20-minute interview about it and also confirmed all that stuff too.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense that
doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense that
like what did Meek do to lose your respect for y'all to air him out?
Yeah.
Or who's paying you because you really broke and
neither
you airing him out?
I don't think it's that. I think it's
would you air your man's up? You wrote his rhyme for him and he in a beef with
not.
Exactly. But so it don't make sense.
Here's what I think happened. I think that pest control is equivalent to no Vaseline, to ether, and remember when Mobb Deep?
But he's dope. Though.
Remember
he's
when
dope,
Mobb Deep got put on the Summer Jam screen
with the ballerina suit,
right, and the takeover and all that. So my thing is that Beans. I mean, Game said you were supposed to throw up the rock, not smoke it. Okay. That's pretty bad. All right. So
that's because he lost weight. What if he was going to Weight Watchers?
But here's the thing. He was made to look so bad that he was saying, look, white flag, I don't want no trouble. That's why I think he said it.
No, but that's not the code. And that's again,
the code is all messed up.
Even when it comes down to this, from this to who I am to what it like, you gotta respect the code, and we are so far from the real and the loyalty that people just will cut your throat. Like, you gotta respect the code. Come on, that's a violation to me. If he did that, he would lose all my respect. I mean, if you go ghostwrite, that's the purpose of being a ghostwriter. You don't air people out. And that's why he's supposed to put them people in the contract, put them people and make them sign something so they can't air stuff like that out. That's crazy. I don't know. Yeah, I missed that one. Maybe that was on purpose.
Well, yeah, because you ain't want to say that.
No, I don't like that. That's crazy.
All right.
Being shame on you if that's true. I hope you're listening right now.
So how has your family and friends received the book?
Honestly,
honestly,
I've sold a couple of 100 copies so far, and it's only been a little over a month that it's been out, and that's only been on pre-release. Everybody that have given me a review or verbally told me or called me, whatever, any type of communication, everybody loves the story. Not one bad thing. The only critiques that I may have heard is not even critiques, but this questions like, why you don't tell us this? Or why you don't tell us that? Like, who that kind of thing. Man, no, that's not fair. You should have said this, or you should have put it like that. Like that kind of stuff. Yeah. But everybody loves the story. Everybody talks about. Someone today actually was like, it intrigues them. It holds their interest. It's a good story. I've had people to say, come on, where's part 2? I literally had 2 or 3 people who came to my pre-release event and was finished the book the next day. People asking for the movie. So it's been really, really good. Really,
that's good.
Positive feedback, honestly. And I'm not even sugarcoating it. I'm serious about it.
That is really good.
Yeah.
So I mean, you wear so many hats. You model.
Mm-hmm.
You perform music. You write.
Yep.
Which one do you put first?
It depends on the timing. Right now, like I said, my latest project is this. So this is first right now. So everything has its time. So this is it right now for me. This is the book, the music, which is funny. The music couples this, but I see it kind of taking its own lane, even though it was just, again, another promotional item and tool to go with this book, because again, everybody's writing books. So I had to do something different. And it's not often you see a soundtrack that goes with a book.
That's true.
You see a soundtrack that may go with a movie,
Right.
but not with a book. So I had to spin it in my own way to give it a little more edge and leverage that. But the music is going slightly in a different direction, because not only do I have the EP, I have other covers and remixes that I've done to other people's songs, and so people are hearing that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, they're playing them. Somebody sent me a video clip of it was played in some club in DC. I wasn't even there, so that was one thing. And played it at my event. People hear it. I get people ask me questions. Can they get on the track with me? So it's like it's kind of moving in its own direction. But again, the purpose is to tell my story, and that's derived from this book.
Well, that's good. And is there going to be another part?
So if you turn to the back, the back definitely says to be continued. So that means there is going to be a sequel. And it leaves you in suspense. It does. So you're anticipating a part 2 for sure.
Okay. And so we have events. We have some book signings coming up.
I do. I have a book signing on Saturday. It's going to be in New York at Carol's Daughter, which is located in Harlem from 4 to 9 p.m. And that event,
bracelets, books, beauty, and beats.
Absolutely. So the books of course is me. Bracelets, we have another person that's going to be there. She has jewelry, but she's capitalizing right now on these bracelets that she makes. Then we have someone who's going to do some beauty, some cosmetics and things like that. And then we have Betty Idol and BBOD. But Betty Idol is actually showcasing her new single entitled Pluto. And BBOD, I keep saying the messed up, BBOD, they're going to be there as well. And they may perform and do some things there too.
Okay, that's very good. How people can stay in touch with you via social media?
So I'm on social media, and this is the confusing part, but I'm gonna make it easy. Calloway the Book. That's my name on Instagram. That's my Facebook, and that's my Twitter. Calloway, CALLOWAYTHEBOOK. And that's solely for the purposes of my book and my EP. But me personally, Cori Quinn, the entity that I am, I have my own Instagram, which is the Curvy Ambassador. I also have my Facebook, which is under Cori Quinn, and my Twitter, which is Curvy Cori. And Cori is CORIQUINN, Cori Quinn.
Social media outlet do you like the best?
By far, Instagram. It's easy for me. It's easier. Post and go. Facebook, it requires you to give it a little more thought and time, which is good.
But I got time for that.
I'm just limited with my time. I got so much going on, so I can't put a whole lot of time in those thoughtful words and inspiration that I need to. But I'm gonna beef it up, and I'm gonna get better. I promise, I'm gonna get better. And we were just talking about that earlier, so I'm gonna get better with that.
Yeah, absolutely. You also should do an audio book.
Yes, that's definitely on the radar.
Yeah, you have an amazing voice. I think you would be good to do that. You could do your own. Everybody, I think you could.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I know a lot of guys and carpet munchers. They would listen and they would just be,
carpet munchers.
Yeah,
what's a carpet muncher?
Like Rosie O'Donnell, Wanda Sykes. Carpet munchers,
Hilarious. Okay.
You've never heard that term before?
Shout out to my LGBT family out there.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, those are my folks, though. I love them. I rocks with them.
Absolutely. Everybody. But
calling y'all carpet munchers.
But in all seriousness, I mean, even heterosexual women would like it too.
Well, I'm certain that they would like this book. This book is definitely.
I'm talking your voice.
My voice. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
The reason why I think that the author is usually, if the author can pull it off, every author doesn't have the right voice, but if the author has the right voice, they're the best person to read the book because they know where the inflection should go and where, this and this,
Right.
bring it up and bring it down. And when you just hire an actor, a voice actor to do it, they're kind of going to read the words and you may not, they don't know where it is. And then the author like, no, kind of, you need to say this here.
Right.
It can make the process a lot longer.
No, you're right.
Than it has to be.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. And it's just since you're always in the studio.
Yeah. I'll be there this weekend too. But I didn't consider using my own self, but I definitely considered an audio. And again, that's underway. Not exactly sure when, but it's definitely on the radar. It's underway. But I never thought of using myself. I was certainly thinking about hiring someone.
Yeah, I mean, but okay.
But I hear you, and I take that.
Take me under advisement.
Yeah,
I'm just picturing some guy like from the life she escaped. No, get that guy out of here.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
you were funny.
I try to do what I could do when I could do it. But I definitely really appreciate you coming through.
Thank you for having me.
I'm going to check out the book. I'm definitely going to check out your music, and I want to spin some of your music.
Yeah.
And get some of the DJs on my mailer list. Hopefully, you'll let me send some of your songs out. You got your permission because people be like, "Yo, I tell you send my song out. He ain't even mixed it down yet." And all that kind of stuff.
So no, my EPs are all mixed. My EP, all the songs on the EP are mixed and mastered. So
shout out to you.
Yeah,
because you're doing it big. You're doing it big. Yeah, I see your watch. You're doing it big. So of course I was like, okay, of course the songs are gonna be mixed down. I mean,
stop it, cut it out, cut it out. You're not even supposed to be looking at that. But yeah,
I want to shift gears for a minute before we go.
Yeah.
And we gotta get out of here.
Sure.
So the most important election in our lifetime.
Oh man,
we are there. We are here. It's the election's like who is it? Election is like the most important one. So you have your fellow New Yorkers. You have Donald Trump. You have Hillary Clinton. Adopted New Yorker and a New Yorker.
Yeah.
Okay. Both of them lie like rugs. And who are you voting for? Or if you don't want to reveal that, what are your thoughts on the election?
I watched the debates last night.
Okay. Who won the debate?
I was thoroughly entertained.
Who won the debate?
Neither one of them. It's just a sad day in America. And I don't want to be negative, and I don't want to, disencourage anyone from going out to vote. Please do go and vote. I think I have the opportunity now to vote, because at one point in time I didn't, but now I'm almost like I'm ready to revoke my license or my right to vote at this point. I mean, I just want to reelect Obama. They need to break the rules and be more flexible and cut this 2-term crap out, because
let me tell you,
I don't want to vote for neither one of them.
Ready to go.
He needs to stay. He was, in my opinion, I know he get a lot of heat, but he was the best thing that happened for us, and that's my opinion. I mean, again, I know
it is correct,
but I'm not inclined this year. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know, because I don't know. That is a hard call. I mean, if I had to, I probably would go with Hillary if I had to. But I'm just not certain on that.
I mean, she's flawed. She's flawed as well.
She is. They both are.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I just right now, I just gotta pray and trust in my Father God and let him run and rule this world, because neither one of them are fit, if you ask me.
Wow. I mean, it's going to be one of those two.
Well, maybe temporarily.
Oh no. What do you say? A couple of other questions I want to ask you. Where were you when 9/11 occurred?
Where was I? I was somewhere down here, but I was near a base, and I got instructions to leave. I forgot where I was exactly, but I know I got instructions to leave because there was a chance that an attack or bombs could go off, and I was near, I think it was maybe Fort Meade base. I was near
Okay.
there somewhere. But yeah, that was my mom's birthday too. That's her birthday, 9/11. But yeah, I was here, and that was tragic. And when I tell you,
Definitely. Did you lose anybody?
I did not. Thankfully,
Thankfully.
thank God. My dad was actually down there when it happened. He saw it, and when he told me, he said, "Well, I saw the first plane hit the building." He was like, "But I thought he was shooting a movie. I didn't know it was real." And then
He actually saw the plane
yeah, he
hit.
was that. He was literally down there. He said he saw it. He thought it was a movie. He didn't pay no mind. And when he saw the second one, he knew. And my father lived in Harlem at the time, and he had to walk from down there, World Trade Center, all the way uptown to Harlem, and that's a long walk,
That's a
because
hump.
everything was locked. There was no movement nowhere. So it took him hours to get home. My cousin was supposed to start work that day, and she was pregnant, and she was supposed to start working there. She called out
Supposed to work at the building at
at
the,
the
at the trade center.
building.
My lord.
She called out because she was like have I guess morning sickness. She was pregnant, and thankfully she called out on her first day. That's a bad look to call out on your first
You got to
day.
be real sick to call on your first
On your
day.
first day,
Yeah.
but that's just God. And you don't realize that until after the fact. And thank God she didn't go in on her first day.
Because there was no second day.
Right,
That would have been her only day.
right,
Goodness
right.
gracious. Yeah.
So I haven't lost anyone. And my condolences I still extend to those families that have, because it's my mother's birthday, and my mother, they memorialize it every year. So my mother hates even turning on the TV every year. And
Tragic.
yeah, it's tragic. And me being from New York, it hurts even more. It really hit home. And I went down there probably about 2 or 3 months after it happened. It was still black and gray. It's just it's a hard thing. Like, we took it hard, and I think most New Yorkers did. But it was something felt across the country, though. That was serious.
What sports team, football team do you root for?
Oh, come on, man.
I
The
mean,
G-Man, what you
if
think?
if I had to guess, I would say you're an African American young lady.
Mhm.
You're from New York, so that means you root for the Giants. But if you were Caucasian, I would say you root for the Jets. Um, and, but you've been in Baltimore for a while, so you could have had Ravens.
No,
Field.
no,
I
no,
don't
no,
know.
no. The Ravens, the
That's
Ravens
your
is there
second
too.
team.
Yeah,
But
for
Giants
sure.
is your first team.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah. Giants is my first team, but believe it or not, the Knicks or the Nets now.
Of course, are your teams.
No,
No.
no. From a little girl, my favorite team was always the Celtics. Always the Celtics. From a little girl.
What?
Yes, yes.
I did not see that coming.
I know most
at
most
all.
people don't. Most people don't. So it's not about
Okay.
really rooting for where you from. It's
It's
what you like. Yeah, who you like and what you like.
Who
Yeah.
you like. I would be remiss if I did not ask you your type.
Well, now that I'm older, I don't even have a type at this point. I just need somebody that's good and that's God fearing, that's honest, that's true, that's stable, that's mentally strong, sense of humor, adventurous. So it's not a physical type. I mean, if I had to put a physicality on it, I'm tall, so I need someone that's tall. But yeah, I just need somebody that's gonna hold me down and that's gonna get on this ride with me and build me up, not tear me down.
Do you feel that you being in media and entertainment, do you think that it's best that you date someone in that field? Because you need
I
somebody
wouldn't
that's secure.
say, yeah, I don't, I wouldn't say necessarily best. I think when you have someone in that field, they better understand you, but you don't necessarily have to be in that field to be mentally strong and secure. You could be in a completely different field. It's just what you're made of.
Okay. Well said. Well said. Anything else you want to touch on before we go?
Go get this book.
Yes.
Yes, this
Book is
is
available now.
yes, the book is definitely available now. My website again, callawaythebook.com. And I promise you, if you're into this type of thing, and if you're into urban literature, this is definitely a good read. There's a good storyline. It keeps your interest through and through. So I suggest you pick it up and listen to my music. You get, multiple sides of Cori Quinn. So check that out too. And make sure
Again,
you follow me on all my social
yeah.
media.
Again, shout the social media out one time.
So it's Callaway the Book on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and it's the Curvy Ambassador for Cori Quinn. It's Cori Quinn for Facebook and Curvy Cori for Twitter.
All right, can't forget that.
All right. And once you get this book, make sure you leave me a review. Go to my page, my website, and go all the way down to the bottom. Just scroll down and you can leave a review. I'm interested in hearing what people got to say.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I feed off of that. So that's good.
I'm gonna, when we end, I'm gonna follow you. Diamond K Show. Definitely thank you.
Thank you for
Cori,
having
coming
me.
through one time. And definitely don't be a stranger whenever you have something else out. Come through, right?
I will. One thing too, look out for. I'm about to go on tour. They're putting together a
She
book
ain't playing
tour.
with y'all.
Nah, not at all. I don't go this far for no reason. I go hard on everything I do. But yeah, they're putting together now a book tour, so dates are going to be coming soon.
All right.
All right.
And that's going to be all available social media and the website.
Absolutely.
People will be able to
Absolutely.
see that and get their book signed and all that.
Yep.
Okay. That's what's up.